good morning. Welcome one and all. Oh, we've got a bit of new technology. Oh, I'm not sure I like this, Hannah, because I can see me. We've got a bit of new technology in this particular room. In our Perkle room, I can see what's happening over there on a big TV screen, so I can see all the stuff. Wait, have we got volume on it? Are you turning me off? Mute me, please. I don't like listening to myself.
God. There you go.
Yay! Right, thank goodness for that. Don't worry, it's testing. We're all right now, are we? Yeah, great. So it means that we can actually kind of keep in shot for you instead of chasing about, and we've got a little bit more control of what's actually happening in the room. As Hannah's just said, theoretically. But you know what happens here, don't you? We start off with all the good intentions and then we screw them up and throw them out the window. And just like that. So welcome one and all. I'm really excited about doing this for you because we've got, you know, like earlier on that they had a bit of a sizzler. I've got a bit of a sizzler deal for you today because it is hot, isn't it? It is getting really hot and it's only going to get a little bit warmer apparently. So thumbs up for that. However, for all of you that suffer with the heat, stop inside and stay with us, okay? Where it's a little bit cooler. Have your fan on, a little bit of iced tea. Lovely. So you're all out there watching us on Facebook and Instagram, so welcome. I have got the iPad that I'm going to retrieve. Oh, it's gone off. Just a minute. Is it that button? Am I on the right one though? No, I'm on next door's one. Would you like to deal? Right. While we get that set up, bless, I'm going to say thank you, everybody. Good morning. I just saw Nikki's name on there. I hope you're still with us, Nikki. I put a little bit of a post on Facebook and Instagram this morning to see, you know, to invite you all to come along and join me for the stenciling show. So, thank you for joining us. So you're on Facebook and Instagram. You can also shop on the website and you can watch us on the big YouTube telly that I'm doing over there. So welcome everybody. During the hour, I'll give you shop codes. So if you're doing your social media shopping with Facebook and Instagram, absolutely you can. I'll give you the word shop cream because that's what's up on the screen at the moment. $29.99. Okay, so shop cream, type that into the comments. What will then happen is you'll get a message back from ourselves. When you're finished collecting all of your goodies and pop them all in your shopping basket, at the end of the show, if you then go into one of the messages that we've sent you, there's a link in there. Click that link and it will take you to your shopping basket on our website. Takes you straight there, which is really, really cool. Once you're there, you log in and you check out. Now, just ahead of time, for maybe some people that are just joining us now, you can become a member free of charge. You will get lots more benefits, like postage and all sorts of things, but you can have a look at that on the on our website. But you also get discounts. Now, even if you are a beginner person, you can check in. So before you log in, and check out. At that point, you can still become a member. I think it's your email, name and date of birth. That's all it is. And we only want your date of birth because we give you a present on your birthday. Okay, that's the only reason it's there. And you will automatically get 5%. Even if you sign up today, right this very minute, you'll get 5% off of all of your purchases, which is brilliant. And if you do get your basket spend up and above £35, your postage is also free. We couldn't do any more for you, could we really? You get all of the benefits, which is fantastic. So welcome. But you can also shop live with us on our website, highlightcrafts.com. Live shopping, while we're streaming, we're on there as well. A little bit different when you're shopping on the website. All of the items are on the screen, down the side of the screen. All you need to do is click on the item that you want to put in your basket, click add to basket, and you build your basket that way when you're shopping on the website. But again, when you're finished, click the basket, log in and check out. Super, super simple. Now, I want to get ahead and start showing you all of these goodies because I want to go through, and we have got a really amazing deal that Stephanie's done for us. So first of all, we've got our lovely new mini stencils, and they are adorable. Okay, we've got 3 sentiments. So we've got with love, thank you, and happy birthday. Maybe if I do that. And then we've got these 2 beautiful, almost like a Baroque tile effect. And when we go over to demo area, I'll show you what I've been working with and doing with these. But that one is Shop Mini, £8.99 for all 5. Okay, it's not a pick and mix or anything like that. You're getting all of them for £8.99, and they're about 3 inch by 3 inch, 2 inch. 3 by 3, thank you. 3 by 3s, which are fantastic. Now, when you're working with your stencils, and we've got other stencils on the show, one of the mediums that you may actually want to work with it is the cut and use foam, okay, which is fantastic. It's an A4 sheet, it's from Cadence. You see all of us using this, and this one is Shop Sponge, £5.99. And again, brilliant deal. And I know those of you that'll be putting this in your basket, it'll be because you've already had it and worked with it. You've fallen in love with it. You just rinse it out and wash it when you've used it. But the thing about this is that you cut it to the bit that you need, okay? You can just have big pieces if you want big pieces, but the idea is that it's one sheet and you just cut it to the bit that you need, okay? Fantastic. Also from Cadence, another super favourite that we have on the show is our stencil spray. Now, when you're working with your stencils, the stencil spray from Cadence is a must, okay? We use this all of the time throughout Creative. You'll go in Creative and it's on everybody's desks for multi-purposes as well. But a brilliant price for this, it's Shop Spray, £9.99, okay? Little ball bearing, UK only because it's an aerosol. But again, it's the best one ever. And I know that's quite a big statement, but it really is. It doesn't do the web light. It's a beautiful, almost like a hairspray mist, okay? It's lovely and fine, fantastic. Then we've got the cleaning spray as well. So for cleaning your stencils. Again, lovely fine mist. Shop Clean, £12.99. Okay, you can see you've already got a saving on that one. Then we're going to go into the micas and the different mediums that you can then also use with lots of different things. So there's lots of techniques and things you can use with this. So we have got Shop Bold, £12.99. I'm going to flip that over so you can see these colours. Aren't they just stunning? Okay. Now, that is a really good price and we're loving that, but we've got some incredible deals as well. So the next one I've got for you is huge. Okay, this is massive, and they're like almost like little test tubes, and I think they're about 3 grams, and you've got 52 colours of mica powder in here for £39.99, and you've got some like lovely shimmers and things like that in there as well, almost like they're glitter-esque. So they are fantastic for that price. So Shop powder, £39.99 for 52 different colours. Aren't they gorgeous? Now, I'd rainbow them a little bit differently, but to have that in your stash ready to use for you to then, because your micas, you can now mix it. We've got on the show the Magic Bond and Seal kit, so your micas you can mix with all of those. Any of your glues, what's the water? Aquastone. You can put it in with your Aquastone as well. Fantastic. Now, we've got another mica powder one for you as well. And we've brought you these different deals. So we're covering everybody's different purse pocket, okay? So you might say, I actually only want to just do a test on the micas and you want a small bundle. Or you might be somebody that already uses micas and goes, hold on a minute, that's the bargain of a lifetime, I need it, okay? So that's where we are. Now, the next one, we've got 32 here. Shop Mica, £39.99 for 32, but these are bigger, okay? They're bigger than the others, and they are 5 grams, okay? 5 grams of powder in each pot. Now, there's a lot in here. When you think about 5 grams of powder, and it is only a powder, and it's super light and super fine. So these are, you can see much bigger pots, okay? But again, Everybody's got their own choices and purse pockets and things like that. So shop mica, $39.99, 32 colours. Then we've got some stencil brushes, because when you're working with stencils, you need lots of different ways of working through them, whether it's your cut and use foam, okay, or you're working with your stencil brushes. It could be, you know, you're working with your squeegees, whatever it may be. You need lots of different tools to work through them, including your hot foiling pen. There's loads of ways of working with it. So that one is Shop Nature, $9.99, and you're getting both of them. So in there, you are getting a number 11, a 17 and a 14 twice. It's a double packet, so it's a duo packet. And when they've got that lovely flat finish, it means when you're actually working with them with your stencil, you've got a lovely flat surface to actually blend through, okay? Nice bristles, etc. on that one. Then we're going to go to this. I'm going to say good morning to a couple of you after I've done this one. We have got a bundle. These are home decor stencils. Look how huge they are. They're massive. Aren't they fantastic? Okay, so to put these onto your furniture, onto your walls, maybe you've got some cushions and you're going to fabric paint through them or spritz through them, would be fantastic. But we've not just left it there with the three. So you've got a lovely big stripe, a polka dot and a chevron. Okay, all of those. However, we have also got in the bundle the squeegee. So when you're working in a big area, it'll be a lot easier. You cover a lot of surface with this in one go. So pop on your paint and just pull it along, okay? Just two of those and you've actually done your print, which is fantastic. So all 4 elements, shop stencil is $9.99. Gosh, it was $19.99? Goodness me, that's a good one. So all 4 elements. The squeegee is on its own. If you just want to go for the squeegee to do your techniques with, it's shop tool and that's $8.99. So $8.99 for that on its own, or another £1 and you're getting those 3 huge stencils as well. I know which ones I will be buying. I'd be going for that one. So quick hello to everybody, because I did say good morning. So we've got Amanda. Hold on, let me go down to... Wow, guys, look at you. That's amazing. We've got Jackie, Amanda, Wendy, Jane, Tricia, Snowy. Morning, peeps, she says. That's really cute. Lynn. We've got Ria. Morning, Lou. Hi. Hope Portsmouth is lovely. How are you both getting on? Is Derek all right? We've got Pauline, Lorraine. Morning, Lorraine. Annette, Miriam, morning, June. She's actually through that wall in there. We've got Tracy, Wendy, Pat, flipping heck, Pam, morning crafty. Oh, do you know, that is such a lovely morning crafty mates. Thanks for putting that in, Pam. That's really lovely. Karen, plumbing heck. We've got everybody with us. Goodness me. We've got Amanda. Morning, Amanda. Mrs. H. Hello, darling. Oh, Rosemary. I love the colour of your glasses. Thank you. Oh, I've got lots of different colour glasses, haven't I, girls? It seems to be my thing. I like bright, different colour glasses. They're only readers. So, now let's move along, because I want to get to I'm dying to get to the demo bit. Magic Bond and Seal. Now, this is fantastic, especially when you're working with your micas, because it's going to give you the opportunity of turning those micas into lots and lots of different varnishes. So within this one, you've got a vintage one, which is my favourite, okay? You've got a dishwasher one, you've got a fabric one, you've got a matte one and a gloss one. So you've got 5 different mediums then to incorporate with your actual micas, which is fantastic. So if you can pop that in, I think that is a must if you're going for your micas. So Shop Magic $14.99 is brilliant, and it suggests it's a starter set. It absolutely isn't. I think it's the best way to buy these varnishes, because you get everything in one go, okay? It's like when you want to buy your pens and things like that. You don't buy a starter set of 4, you buy a starter set of 24, don't you? Because you want all the colours. Well, this particular one is like that. It's giving you the versatility of creating lots more, working with different mediums. Then we're going to go on to the extender. Okay, now again, you saw yesterday we had this on a show with a bundle of pastel chalks. You can work with this and it creates different paints if you're going to work with those. So just use it on the pastel, rub it in and use it like a paint palette, and also with your paints as well. And I've been using the extender at home just recently to create misters. I put extender in with my paint and I create mister, you know, when you do spritzers. Then we're going to go on to, is this the fabric decoupage? Decoupage plus matte. Okay, so telling you it's matte is really important because you might be looking for something that's a bit a different medium. I love the fact that it is a matte because then you can add other things on there and make it look very different. So if you've got a matte background, adding in these, so if you've got a rice paper, you've put it on, your decoupage, onto a canvas, and then you're wanting to highlight different areas to add that depth and definition. Being able to do that with your different varnishes and had hints of shine is fantastic. Now, we have had this deal on before, but we couldn't miss bringing you, or have the opportunity to bring it you again. Okay, so, oh sorry, that was shop glue, by the way. You've seen it on the screen. Shop foil, it should be $69.99 two. Okay, $34.99 for 2 hot foil pens. Okay, not 1, 2. So you're getting 2 pens, 2 stands, you're getting 2 lots of the nibs, you're getting 2 lots of the foil, because in here you do get your gold and your silver as well, and there's 3 meters on each one. So if you missed out on that bundle earlier on last week, we've put it back on for those of you, because I know some have been asking, is it still available? Well, it's here now, so if you're wanting that, to pop it into your basket. So you can say it's £16 a pen, okay, which is fantastic for a hot foil pen. That is a gift and a half. Even if you've already got one, I'd be buying the bundle, keeping one and giving one as a gift. Now, with the foil pen, we've got the foils. We've got our classic foils, which are beautiful. I'm going to flip these over. You've got this gorgeous brushed copper. You've got the gold. The rose gold is one of my favourites. I adore it, and I know a lot of you like the rose gold. We've got the silver. This here is a beautiful chocolate. It's absolutely gorgeous. So for that one, Shop Classic, it's $19.99. You're getting 5, and there's 3 meters on each. So, and you use every little bit of this. Even if you're cutting it down, keep all your little pieces, pop them in a box, and then use them by, you know, you could do spot foiling on your decorations, on your creations and things like that. It's fantastic. Now, something that I believe is a must to put in are these. With your pen, you do get a medium and a fine nib, but this wide nib changed a lot of it for a lot of people, okay? It's fantastic. You do get 2. It's $9.99 for both of them. They're the same size. It just means that you've got one. Well, you can have 2 pens on the go, especially if you buy the bundle. You can have a fine nib in one and your broad nib in the other without having to switch them off and wait for them to cool down. So that one is shop wide, $9.99. I would definitely put that in with the bundle. I'm just going to move my little stencils over there. Then we've got other stencils, but can we go to demo, and while you're flick through other things, please? Would you mind? Because I want to get over here. This is the exciting bit. I've even put cushions on the chair because it's a bit low. I'm like a child. I need to have a booster cushion on here. So Amber's getting a chair as well, because when she sits in front of us, she's like nearly 6 foot and I'm like 3 foot nothing. There we go. Is that better? Are you sitting comfortably? Thank you. Are you all comfortable at home? I've left the iPad there. I get it. So what are you all up to this morning? I want you to send in your messages. What are you thinking to these gorgeous new little stencils? Now, I want to share with you all what I've been up to with them. So on the front here, can you see just how beautiful they are? Now they make super quick, fabulous toppers to your cards. So the thank you, with love and happy birthday are amazing generic ones, aren't they? Because everybody, you can always send a thank you card and a with love card. And I'm pretty sure this month there's somebody in the family where it's a happy birthday for them. And just by changing your colours of your inks or whatever it may be that you're using, that is fantastic. And then you've got the two little Baroque ones. And again, anybody could have these. There's no genres involved in any of it. It's stunning. Now, I do want to tell you all about the massive deal that we've put on for you. We've put on the cookie paints. Now, you've seen them before. Okay. They're usually $27.99. Okay. We've got two different colourways. We've got Shop Fresh and we've got Shop Colour. Now, within this, they are $19.99. We have sizzled the price for you all, which is fantastic. So all of this, so it's usually $44.95, and we've brought them down to $19.99, which is amazing. And there's... How about that? Is that better? Is that better? Is my mic in a better place now? It was catching. Right, just a minute. Let me just... How about that? Is that a bit better, Wendy? Is it better there, out the way? Thank you, darling, for letting us know. This is why it's all about the live TV. So with the stencils and the cookie paints, and we've got lots on here. So while I'm demoing, working with things, the lovely Sophie will start putting the things up on the screen for you. So I'm just going to put this to one side. So another, morning Tracy, Sarah, Portsmouth is very sunny and warm. Derek says hello. Looking forward to see you in a few weeks. Yes, absolutely, because they're coming to the festival. Christine, hello. Oh, gosh, you're all here. It's so lovely to have your company. Thank you for coming along. Right, so the cookie paints, first and foremost. The things you can actually do with these paints is amazing. So I'm going to finish building this little card that I did to start off with. So I've just used A4 card, folded it in half, and then with my cookie paints, I made myself a background, okay? Building a background and having something that's really super quick and easy clean up is the best thing ever, okay? So if you want to dip your toe into the mixed media side of things, these are a must because they're so easy to use. Now, all I did, and I'm going to show you the technique in a minute, but I just want to finish the card so you can see the lovely quick effects that you can all be creating at home. So let's take the backing off of here. Now the tape that I'm using is on an incredible deal, guys. Okay, so this one, you can get the paper on its own, or the deal we've brought for you with the tape is, just let us change, can you change the graphics for me, darling? This one is Shop Bundle. Now you're going to get your posh card, your stucco cardstock, and the tape bundle, which is massive. And when I say tape bundle, can you see that tower of tape behind me? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 packs of tape, okay? And in each one, there's 1 inch, a 1/2 inch, and a 1/4 inch tape, which is what these are. Now, totally fallen in love with these. Absolutely fantastic. These are your double-sided tape. They're on a tissue backing, so it's easy to tear. This is what's in there, and you're getting 6 lots of this in with that stucco tape set, which is what I've just used there. Then I'm mounting this up, and what I chose to do is I did my background with my cookie paints, and then I put a little bit of the cookie paints out and used my stencil and stenciled through with the cookie paints. And then I'm matting it onto a little bit of silver mirror. And how easy is this? And they look amazing. So now I'm just going to decide where I want to put happy birthday. Down there. The easiest, simple, quick card ever. background and a little topper on top of it. They are fantastic, and you're getting all 5 for £8.99. So I'm just going to sit that to one side and then share with you some of the stuff that I was doing. So give the cookie paints a bit of a shake, okay? And these are the easiest backgrounds you can possibly ever create. So I'm going to take the lid off, and I tend to get it pumped on the side, okay? But I never waste any of that because we've got other things that we can do with it. And literally for that background, you've seen people with the ink pads drawing down on here. You can do exactly the same thing with the cookie, okay? So, and no rhyme or reason. I'm not thinking about this, because if you do, you'll make it too uniform, and you don't want it uniform, okay? Then we're going to go up and down like so. And if you do this on watercolour cardstock, you can then spray it, and it will then bleed out and give you a totally different background. So now I've gone with the orange, and then I'm going in with the yellow, and again just a little pump to make sure it's awake. Same thing again, okay? Just drawing a few lines on here. Now these are so easy, okay? That is the quickest background you could ever want to create, okay? Which is fantastic, which is exactly what I've done there. And I'm working onto the cream cardstock. So let's change it up a little bit. So that is one of the backgrounds. I'm going to go with one of the cards out of our card pack, our lovely posh card, okay? So instead of matting and layering on here, what I can do is, so I don't get the paint on the back of the card, I can now tape that off like so. A little bit of masking tape, okay? Pop that on there, which is really, really easy. And then I can go with one of these, and it doesn't really matter which one I go with. So I'm going to spray the back of this with my stencil spray. Remember, this is on the show, and I'm spraying over a bin, okay? In fact, I've got a nice piece of card there that I can just sit my stencil onto. A little bit of a spray, pop that over there. I'm going to do the Mr. Weight waft, okay? Let's waft it, and you're only wafting it so the aerosol disperses. Okay, it is nice and sticky. I'm going to pop that in this corner here, like that. Lovely. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, and I'm going to choose some different colours, but do it a little bit differently. So I've got my stencil already in place. I've got lilac. What other colours shall I go with? What's this one? That's quite a strong blue. Let's have a look. And again, in here, there's sponge. As you can see in the top, there's a sponge and a little cross. In there, there's a little tiny valve that then allows the flow of the paint to come through. So if you've ever worked with your pens that you prime, that you have to go like this with, that's exactly what I'm doing here, okay? So I'm priming that. Can you see it's coming through? I always do it off the card as well. So I've got a little bit of colour coming through there, and I've already taped it off. So now I'm going to go up to the card like so, and up to this side like this. And I'm not going over, I'm going up to where my stencil is. Okay, that's one colour. You can dry it off if you want to. Now I can go in with a little bit of purple, and again prime it up. I just rub it into the sponge to make sure, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of purple on here. Okay, and I've not gone into my stencil, because what I'm now going to do is use my stencil. I'm going to go in with a lilac, and I'm now using my inks, okay? Pop a little bit of ink on here. My stencil's nice and flat. And I'm actually going to create, this is actually made me the mask, okay? So I'm using the, please tell me, the card. So using the posh card. We got any questions? What is everybody doing? Talk to me, everybody, because it's been nice to have you know that you're out there. So I'm now going to peel this away. So I've now got, and I'm going to peel that away because that leaves me with a nice, clean, straight edge. I've now got a card that was the easiest thing in the world to make, that's got the kooky paints on the back. I've used a mask and then the stencil. Then I can go in, because I know that a lot of you have already got these, and put a very simple message on there. But let's do another one. Try again. So we're now going to use like a splatter technique, because I don't want to waste what I've actually got out here, but we can put more on here as well. So I just want to do this, but then you can actually, I love doing this. So let's do a bit of dotting. So I'm now creating more backgrounds, more backing papers, okay? And we've got lots of different techniques and ideas that you can do with this one. So again, just make sure it's, look, and then overlap them a little bit. Fill it all in, making your different backgrounds, okay? All over the place. And it doesn't matter, because that orange will eventually then disappear. So, and then let's go back in with the other one. I always give them a bit of a shake, and as you can see, I always give it a little bit of a prime first. Let's go in with a bit lighter orange. Off the paper, I'm going to go off the paper. And remember, these have been slashed. This is our sizzling hot super deal in this show, okay? So now, again, go with my primer. Look at what these are just. How easy is this, okay? This couldn't be any, it's like finger painting without getting in a mess, okay? Isn't it? You're not going to get in a mess when you're using this, okay? All around, and I would keep going and keep filling that up. We've got a message on the iPad from the lovely Karen. Oh. Would you be able to use the with mini stent cream? What etch? Is that etch cream? E-T. Oh, bit of a typo. Would you be able to use the etching cream with the mini stencils? Yes, absolutely. You can use the etching cream with any of the stencils, but yes, absolutely. That's one of the reasons we've brought the mini stencils out, is because it gives you more versatility. Because if you only want something, Karen, was that not what I just asked? Karen?
Did it Karen Harbert? Do you have to wash the sponge off the cookie paints between uses?
You can do, but don't go mad with it. Just give it a rinse under some cold water. But those have been used, Stephanie's used them, David's used them, we've used them in creative quite a lot with different samples and things. And for me, we've not washed them, okay? But you can, if you want to, just give them a rinse under some water. Absolutely. So that is another background, okay? So let's go again. And I'm using our Cream Posh card, okay? So, because this is, if you can, this is an incredible deal. Absolutely phenomenal deal. So I'm going to put out some of the paint. I'm going to pick up some water. I'm going to add water to both of these, and I'm going to use two different brushes because I don't want to contaminate. So I'm now going to go into this. And I'm sorry, Amber, if you're in the firing line. She's looking, oh. Okay. So I'm now making another totally different background, okay? It's not too bad.
Why are you going to flick it with your finger?
What, did you think I was going to go like that? I wouldn't do that to you, my darling. I wouldn't. Not that nasty. Okay, so look at this. And these are with all your kooky paints. Now, how much is it per one? Can you do me a bit of mathematics for me, please? Look at this. Yeah?
It'd be
£3.99. Okay, sorry, Amber, I've just pointed my brush at you. I apologise. Right, £3.99. There's 100 ml in each one of these, okay? You've got it with the sponge. You've just seen all these different things that we can do. However, now bring into the mix of the Cadence the Magic Bond and Seal set. So at the moment, we've used them just as paints. We've created backing papers. Now I've inked them out. You can use them with your blending brushes, which is how I created that one right at the very beginning. That one there, I just use one of my blending brushes through the actual stencil, okay? Then you can do your different backing papers like this, really super simple, again, onto your cards, really easy, making different ones. Then add water. Now you're making a different background altogether by spritzing and splattering, okay? When you've done all of this, we can then start working with them and using the backgrounds that we've actually made, which is what to do. Hence why I brought this in. Okay. I know David's not here at the minute, so I needed to generate a bit of David by bringing in a hairdryer. Okay. I don't want you all to be thinking, you know, I've brought David with me today into the studio. So now I'm just drying those off because I'm really good at putting my sleeve in things. Okay, like this. And then that you can just mop up with more paint or more paper. So let's make a background. First of all, I need some... Just going to put that on there and mop that up. I'm just going to lift that up because it's run under there, like so. Sorry, guys. But look how easy the cleanup is. That's just a wipe. Use my apron. That is really easy, isn't it? Couldn't be any easier. So now let's make a card. Are you all with me still? What's everybody up to? Because nobody's talking. I can't hear you talking to me. Come on, talk to me, everybody. Oh, I'm all on my own. So I need a card. Card, any card. I've started with these. Let's pick this one again. So I'm now going to do a matte and layer. So which piece do I want of my backing paper? Okay, I've got my 5-in-1 trimmer. This is how I do my measuring. It's really complicated. Like that. I don't do measuring. I haven't got time to do all the measuring. So I'm going to use my 5-in-1 trimmer to cut myself my matte layer that I've just made out of my cream cardstock, remember? So that's now my matte layer that's going on there, okay? Now I want another piece of white. We'll go with white. No, we're going to go with cream. Now, because you've got lots of these, if you find you don't have a piece of cardstock that's the right colour, cut it down. Cut your cards up. I absolutely would. Now, we're going to go with, what shall we put on here? Shall we go with, where's my stencils gone? Which one shall we go with, ladies? Shall we do happy? No. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go with thank you. Yep. Put those on there. Remember, a little bit of stencil spray, which is back in. Anybody?
You did put it in there.
I did. I did, didn't I? That's there, look. When you're doing your stencil spray and you're doing your words, make sure you're spraying on the reverse of your words, okay? So you don't read them, they're on the back, because I've made that mistake where I've gone like that and thought, oh, sprayed on the front where I can read the word and then ended up with lots of mess. So again, over the bin, sprayed on there, the waft. And then I'm just going to use the corner. So I'm not wasting anything really by doing this. Pop that down. And I am just going to do a couple of marks for myself. When I've actually done this, I can cut it out. So we've got the purple. Let's stick with the purple. And what other colour have we got? We've got a bit of yellow. So is that the yellow? Yes, it is. So I'm going to put the yellow out like that. And I've got my yellow blending brush. So I'm going to do an ombre, okay? So I'm just going to go left and right like that and come so far down on my stencil, like so. And then I'm going to go into my yellow and then come back up this way, okay? You might not think there's very much happening, but when you peel this away, it will be there. So again, into my purple, blend my purple back down this way, like this, back into my cookie yellow, like so. Pick the yellow up and go in this way. And this is me now using, so we're using it totally different, okay? It's not a paint anymore. I'm using it as an ink. And then when I peel that away, that is my stencil. Isn't it fantastic? I adore working with things like this. So now back over to my 5-in-1 trimmer. Line up my line, because I made that little mark, remember? So I knew what I was doing. But I haven't wasted that card, and I'm going to show you for why. So, but I just needed the colourway to match with what I was working with. Okay, so this is now going on here, but I want that orange. I want the orange back. Is that the orange? Nope. Is that the orange? There's the orange. So I'm going to go direct to card, to paper, and put a little orange edge on here. So I'm not doing anything that you wouldn't do with an ink pad, okay? So these are paints with an ink pad. That's all I'm using it for. That's how I'm working with it. So I'm not doing anything that you wouldn't normally do. So let's go back to this one and build this card. So remember, I've used one of the cards out of my card, Posh card. I've used a piece of the cream out of the Posh cream. So now, can you see how many cards you can be making just with your card pack and your stencils? Because all of your backgrounds you're going to be able to create with these cookie paints. Now, as a general rule of thumb, the card is $21.99, okay, so the Posh card and envelopes is $21.99. There are 144 cards and envelopes in that box for you to have a go with, which is phenomenal. Now, I'm going to choose to put that at that side. So let's pop that on there. Take my backing away. Now this one, again, remember I used the orange and I've used it as an ink to blend through. So the cookie paints I've used again in a different format. Okay. Oops. Might help if I put my glasses on. Do you know, any other day of the week, that had all come off really lovely.
Wendy has asked, would the paints work on acetate?
They would wipe away from acetate. These are a little bit different cadence paints, okay? So they would wipe off of your acetate. Yeah, because they're not hybrid. So now it's just a choice of where am I going to put my thank you. That lovely. So remember your stencils, all 5 stencils for $8.99 and they're 3 inches. There you go. How about that? And that's all done with your cardstock and everything that you've got on the show. Really super ridiculously easy, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. So let's make another one. See the one that I cut off? I'm not wasting that because that is a card blank, okay? I've got my rubby out pens like that. So now, instead of it being... What was that? Extension cable. Instead of it being this way and me using that as the front of the card, that's not the front of the card anymore. It's now that way, okay? This is the front of my card. So I'm going to work with it that it's a half a cut. So it's got like half a gatefold. So what else did we do? We did the splats. Which one do you want me to work with, do you think? Which background would you like me to go with, ladies? You want the splats? Okay. So now, again, I've seen how quick all of this is, okay? Really is quick. I mean, I couldn't make it any quicker, really. Okay, so I've done the background. And this is why these little stencils are super, super fantastic. Because of being able to do all of this. Now, if you wanted to, I mean, you can be really, really organised. You could be really, really organised and have all your stencils in different colourways and different ideas, different inks, already done, cut out as toppers to use across the board, okay? So now I'm going to go like that. So that's the inside of my card. Now I'm going to go, I love this tape. This tape, you can't go wrong with this tape, okay? You know when you have a favourite, and a little top tip for you, can you see that I'm actually putting it on my hand? I see a lot of people like this and they're struggling with it because, and then you have to pull off more than you need. Put it on your hand and you've got a lot more control over your tape. It's such an easy thing to do and it will make a difference. So now let's pop this on here like so. So, oops. Is anybody talking to me? What's occurring out in the world, please? Can you talk to me, anybody? Amber? So, it's warm. Is that what they're all saying? Is it muggy? Are you not sleeping very well, guys? Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, that's okay.
So there's a regular replies on the iPad.
There are?
Yeah.
Right, I'll come back to the iPad in a minute. Let me just do this because I want to show you this one. So I'm going to mark this and cut this down. So remember, the lovely Sophie is flicking through everything on the screen that I'm actually working with. Okay, so let's, and you've seen my precision measuring. So if you ever get a card from me, this is how it's been done. Okay, I'm showing you all my secrets. So right, let's pop that on there like that and like that. And then I'm going to take another one of my lovely stencils, like so. So this is another card. This is the bit that I chopped off, remember? I stole a bit off it to make another card, okay? And that's exactly what we're doing. So what have I got now? I want something pretty. I've used that one, haven't I? Which one have I not used? With love. Okay, let's go with love. Now, on the with love, I'm going to work again through the spritz. Okay, so I've put it on the spritz and the stencil glue is... Huh? It's there. I know you're all shouting, it's in the box. See, could hear you. A little bit on there. It's back there, look guys. Look where I've put it. So I'm going to waft that off like so. Pop it on here. Where do I want it? Which bit? Because I'm doing a bit of fussy. I'm being fussy now. No, I will go to the bottom there like that. So first of all, I'm going to put a little mark on there so I know where to line it up. And then with this one, shall I go orange? Let's go orange or purple. Which colour? Purple. Amber made the decision. So let's go again with the cookie paints with the purple. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just the best thing ever. So now I'm using my little blending brush and I'm just going to go in. So again, it's like ink in a bottle. It's just like my ink pads. There's so many things you can actually do with these. And today, they're $19.99. You have got a massive saving on these, everybody. I can't get over that Stephanie's has been able to bring these down like this for you all. Okay, talk about having a sizzling of a deal. Okay, so I just need to get that little hole there. Not that you're going to miss it because of the splats. Okay, so that is that. Peel off my little topper. Look at that. Look how lovely is that. It looks like I've done it with a proper ink pad. You can't go wrong with these cookie paints. They are fantastic. Okay. Versatility knows no bounds with these ones. They are brilliant. So now going to go, where's my little black mark? Over to my 5-in-1 trimmer. Now you won't see any of the others. I properly fallen in love with this. Okay. So now this is going on here. But remember what I did last time? I did that bit of an edge because I want it to stand out a little tiny bit. So I'm going to do direct to paper. And this is that's all it means. You're going direct on the paper. Edging my cardstock all the way round. And it's the Posh cream that we're using. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Posh cream that we're using. Just going to let it dry off a little tiny minute, like so. And then we're going to place it on here. Do I want to matte and layer it? Oh, do I, Amber? Do I want to matte? No. Let's go with the speed of what it is. There we go. So a little bit of tape. Must remember that I'm putting it on that side. Done that before. I put it on upside down, then turned the card round and thought, oh, that's not going to work, is it? It's been upside down. Even if you do something upside down, don't ever worry. It's a piece of card. You cut the front off, you make another card blank and you put it back on the right way up. Okay, so this is going in the middle of here. I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to centralise my lovely little topper, my new beautiful little 3-inch stencils, like that. And I've made another card. Okay, that is all using, I've not gone and got anything else, okay? We are using the Cadence stuff that we've got on the show, making backgrounds, which is fantastic. Do you want me to do another one, or shall I run through the samples that we've got and show them the designs of the stencils?
Yeah, if you want to run through them.
Shall I show them these that I've got on my table? Because I want to do another one, yeah? I want to use the, look at all these backgrounds that we've now got. So,
We've got just under 4 minutes.
okay, just under... Where did that go? What did you all do with my time, everybody? Just asking. So, using it with your embossing folders, which again, are quick, easy, simple cards. This is simple matte and layering, using your stencil with inks or whatever you may have got, an embossing folder. Simple card, fold, matte and layered, placed on the top. So that's the thank you with an ombre. Then we've got the with love. It is just beautiful. So now think about going through this with your sticky inks and using your mica powders and your embossing powders, because when you've got a stencil, there's so many different techniques you can use with it. Use all your Cadence spritzers, your mica mists and everything else that you've got at home. Then place it back on top and go through with your hot foil around the edge, okay? I know I'm going a bit quick because I want to share loads with you. Happy birthday. You can do your balloons one colour, or do it all and then just go through with your foiling pen and foil the balloons again. These beautiful baroques, just because they're square, turn it round. So you've got a different design, okay? Mask it off and only use it in the corners, which again is lovely. These two are a favourite. But I love that we've given you generic, because a thank you is for everybody, a with love is for everybody, and a happy birthday is for everybody. Think about doing this 4 times, okay, on a 6x6 card and putting 4 tiles on there, or doing it as a triptych and doing a DL where you've got a pattern, a sentiment and a pattern. Then using your cookies, doing things like this, making your backgrounds, okay, really super simple, quick. Then you've got the with love, and then really easy things like this. How many minutes have we got left? Just under 2. So Shop Mini, $8.99, I think is a total must-have to your stash, because even if you've only got, if you want to do a small card, absolutely, but it doesn't stop you doing your bigger cards, okay, because they are lovely sentiment toppers, which is fantastic. Like I said, with your tile ones, do 3 lots and 2 across. So you're making even bigger cards. Use them as corners, put them together in the middle, and then put 1 on top of it. So you do 5 and 1 in the middle. The versatility, when you've got a little mini stencil, just because it's mini doesn't mean it's not mighty, because they absolutely are. So thank you everybody for joining me. I've had a lot of fun making a mess. It might take me a couple of minutes to clear all this up, but I needed to channel a bit of David because he wasn't here. So chucking paint around and doing things like this, I think, is a lot of fun, and it's the kind of fun you can all be doing at home in an instant and really quick. Thank you everybody for joining me. But don't forget, check out your baskets this morning and join the next team next door for the next hour. You all enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all again real soon. Take care, guys.